All right, let's talk about something that pretty much all of us have to deal with: negotiation. Today, we're going to completely flip the script on how you think about it. Forget the idea of a battlefield. We're handing you a brand new blueprint to build agreements where everybody, and I mean everybody, walks away feeling good. Let's dive in.
Okay, so be honest. When you hear that word negotiation, what's the first image that pops into your head? For so many of us, it's a conflict, right? A tense battle with a clear winner and a clear loser. But what if that entire way of thinking is exactly what's holding you back from getting what you want?
And this visual really lays it all out. On the left, you've got that traditional win-lose mindset. It's adversarial. It's all about claiming value, grabbing the biggest slice of the pie you can. But look at the right side. That's the win-win approach. It's collaborative. It's not about slicing the pie, it's about working together to make the whole pie bigger. That is the powerful shift we're going to unpack today.
But to really appreciate this new architecture, we've got to understand the shaky foundations of the old one. So let's take a quick look at that familiar but honestly deeply flawed world of the zero-sum game.
This is the absolute core of that old battle mentality. The thinking goes like this. There's a fixed amount of good stuff on the table, and for me to win, you have to lose. Any gain for me is automatically a loss for you. You can see how this way of thinking immediately forces us into opposing corners before a single word is even spoken. It's a recipe for conflict. So that's the trap. How do we break out of it? Well, it all starts right up here in our mindset. It's a huge shift. We have to stop seeing ourselves as fighters entering a ring and start seeing ourselves as architects sitting down at a drafting table, ready to design a solution together. And what does a win-win negotiation really mean? The goal isn't just to beat the other person. No way. The goal is to solve a puzzle, but to solve it together. It's a collaborative process where you dig deeper than what people are saying they want to find out why they want it. The really important interests on both sides. That's where the creative solutions live.
I love this quote because it just hits the nail on the head. You're not trying to conquer an opponent. You're working with a partner to build a shared victory. Just changing your perspective on that one little thing can completely transform the entire experience.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually build a win-win outcome? Well, lucky for us, the source material gives us a blueprint with 4 core ingredients. Think of them as the foundation, the walls, the roof, and the floor plan you need to construct a really solid agreement. All right, let's start building. The first 2 ingredients are all about the substance of your negotiation and the feeling of it. We're talking about content and atmosphere, and you're about to see just how closely connected they are.
So first up is content. This is the what. And it's so much more than just the final price or a single point. It's all the different issues, the various options you could explore, and most importantly, those underlying interests that are driving what each person wants. Understanding the full picture here is absolutely step 1.
Next up, and honestly just as important, is the atmosphere. This is the vibe in the room. You can have all the right content laid out perfectly, but if the air is thick with tension and distrust, forget it. You're never going to find those creative solutions. A cooperative, open atmosphere is the fertile ground where win-win ideas can actually grow.
So how do you create that kind of atmosphere? Well, you actively work to foster trust. You encourage open communication, making it a safe space for people to say what they really need. And, this is the big one, you always frame it as us against the problem, not me against you.
Okay, we've covered the what and the feeling. Now let's get into the final 2 structural ingredients of our win-win architecture. We're talking about power and procedure. This is all about creating a fair and balanced framework for the whole discussion.
Now, when you hear power balance, don't think about one side dominating the other. That's the old model. In this new architecture, it's about recognizing that both parties have influence. You have something they need, and they have something you need. That creates mutual leverage, which is a tool for collaboration, not a weapon for intimidation.
And finally, we have procedures. This is the how. How are we going to conduct this conversation? When will we meet? How will we know we've made a decision? By setting up clear, agreed-upon rules of the road, you prevent so many misunderstandings and make sure the process itself feels fair and predictable to everyone.
And this is super practical. Before you dive into the details, agree on a clear agenda. No surprises. Set some timelines to keep things moving. And figure out up front how you're actually going to make the final decisions. This structure creates a sense of safety that lets everyone focus on the problem at hand.
So,
We've walked through the 4 key ingredients. Now let's put it all together into a simple, actionable blueprint that you can use for your very next negotiation.
Here it is, your architect's checklist. It's this simple. Before you walk into that room, just ask yourself these questions. Have I really thought about the content, everyone's core interests? Am I prepared to build a positive atmosphere? Do I understand the real power balance here? And have we agreed on clear procedures? If you nail these 4 points, you are setting the stage for a true win-win outcome.
See, that shift from being a fighter to being an architect is a total game changer. So I'm going to leave you with this final question. Looking at this blueprint, what is the one ingredient you'll focus on first to start building better agreements in your own life?